Hello and welcome to another Cornish Gamers Game Spotlight episode with me, Vesna. In today's Spotlight, we have the venerable Total Annihilation, developed by the now defunct Cavedog Entertainment and released all the way back in 1997. Certain RTS fans out there may have already noticed a few similarities between this game and Supreme Commander, which was developed by Gas Powered Games. That's because the two titles were developed by Chris Taylor, who presumably wanted to create a spiritual successor to his earlier endeavour, Total Annihilation. For Supreme Commander fans, you'll feel right at home with this gaming relic. However, for those of you in the unfortunate position of not having a clue what I'm on about, Total Annihilation is an RTS like any other, except for a few key differences. First off, you just start with one unit, the Commander. This essentially functions as a leader and a very powerful early game unit who can construct all of the tier 1 structures and facilities. From here you can construct tier 2 construction units. Also, it's the end of the game for you if the commander is destroyed. Even if you've got thousands of units and structures, they'll simply blow up too. The second key difference is that both resources, metal and energy, are infinite, while your storage capacity for these resources is not. This means the economic slice of gameplay is more about managing input and output than rushing around the map scrounging for more sources of precious resources, though that too still plays a, albeit smaller, part. Finally, while the game plays out on a 2D map, there are height values that influence variables such as line of sight. Meanwhile, the physics engine helps calculate how weapon projectiles reach the target. For example, a map with a low gravity will mean the projectiles will take longer to fall. This feature sounds like something that every modern RTS would have, but that's not actually the case. In fact, I can only think of two other titles that have a similar physics simulation, Supreme Commander and Empire's Dawn of the Modern World. Overall, the gameplay is a nice change of pace from the likes of Age of Empires or StarCraft. The greater focus on actual action, be it aggressive, defensive or a mix, and the far higher unit cap compared to these other games, means the battles are going to be suitably epic. The original orchestral music for this game is absolutely stellar. This is not at all surprising when you realise that the composer is Jeremy Soule, who would later go on to compose the music for Morrowind, Oblivion and Skyrim. However, if you want to listen to something different, then you can pop in a music CD while the game is loaded to play its contents instead of the games. I have personally created a CD with a mix of the game's music, the Imperial March and Queen. I mean, who hasn't dreamt of going into battle with mechs the size of skyscrapers to Don't Stop Me Now in the background? Every game has its failures, big and small. Unfortunately, Total Annihilation has a whopping great big one in the form of mind-numbingly dumb AI. This renders single-player skirmishes a relatively simple affair, as even a human with only half a brain cell could walk all over the AI. Luckily, there are mods out there that do improve the AI to a level where it can at least put up something of a fight without resorting to being given cheats. Speaking of mods, Total Annihilation's modding community have been very busy over the last 15 years, and the usual range of mods have been created, from basic maps to new units to full-blown total conversions. If you wish to take up some modding yourself, then there are a whole load of tutorials and user-made editors floating around the internet. Though don't expect many replies to any questions I might have, as the TA modding community is very nearly dead after all of these years. Though perhaps a few enterprising people could give it a shot in the arm? Hint hint. So, thanks for watching, please like and subscribe. If you have any questions or suggestions, please email us at cornishgamers@gmail.com or simply make a comment below. Till next time, avoid any errant mechs.